Hi, introducing the Jetboil Stash, new on the market, £140. Marketed is about 40% lighter than any of the Jetboil. So just as a comparison, we've got the Jetboil Flash. I've had this about 10 years. It was the market leader at the time. You get the pan stand, you get the igniter unit and burner, and then you get this like mug or pan that sort of slips in. You get the lid on top, your little pan stand if you want to use it with a frying pan, and you get a little cup that goes in the bottom. You either drink out of that or you drink out of that. Neither are great options if I'm honest. And also you get somewhere to put your cutlery, not really that useful, and then you get a temperature gauge so it lets you know when it's ready. 499 grams all in. What people like about it is it all fits inside and it's quite neat. What you do therefore get is something that can be quite bulky, quite heavy, but it's a nice self-contained unit, which is really great, I guess, if you're valley camping or something. So this is 239 grams on my scales just now. So this is over half the weight saving of the Flash. What do you get in it? Well, what you get is the gas that attaches to the lid, which is quite nice. I have put in there just a little burner that there's a space there between that's deliberately designed for your ignition source to go in there, and you get a little pouch which is the actual stove itself, which is tiny, but actually really comparable to, say, the pocket rocket in terms of size and weight on its own. And then you get another pan stand. Okay, so here it is. You can sort of see it sort of side by side. Quite a useful size pan. A nice little lid, really stable, as you can sort of see. If you didn't want to use the Jetboil top and you had something like the MSR skillet, again, still really stable, or maybe something like the MSR kettle, still really stable. Nice, neat bit of kit. I'm just going to leave the Stash for a second, and I'm just going to talk about other setups, and I'm going to come back to the Stash and sort of see where it might fit into the options and compromises. Okay, so we said that the Jetboil Flash was quite bulky and weighed 500 grams, and I said sometimes I might use the MSR Pocket Rocket 2. So I've got that attached on there, and what I might couple that with is a titanium mug. Now this one is MSR, weighs 56 grams. As I said, this unit weighs about 79 grams, excluding gas. We're looking probably 130, 140 grams, but you're going to have to take some sort of igniter, say 150 grams, 160 grams compared to 500 grams. Okay, you're boiling less water, much less stable. That's a bit wobbly on there. If you wanted to make it more stable, I bought these. They're like a gram each. Again, it's just sort of a buy it, sell it purchase. It just gives you a bit more stability. And that's fine for a really short period of time. And then what you had is the option of this or this, and I would always lean towards the Pocket Rocket, because obviously it's much smaller, much more compact, much lighter, much more flexible. It just slims down, really small like this. Again, pop that in there, pop that in there, pop that in there. You want to carry those separate rather than carrying all that in there. So they were my options. But actually, if you think about it, this is more or less the same as a Pocket Rocket in terms of its sort of size and build quality. Well, actually, it's probably a better build quality, and then that just sits on top of there. But because this is articulated and designed to be there, this is a lot more stable. So that's really nice. So maybe what we might be finding, this is actually a halfway house. 150 grams, 239 grams, 500 grams. So this is slightly bigger than this, slightly heavier than this, but you can sort of see how that might fit in. So that might be the perfect compromise, really. And the only other option I sometimes might consider is I have Olympus vega. It's got these on there. So this is really stable. This is about 180 grams on its own. Again, you need an ignition source. In fact, they all do except the Jetboil. Although the ignitions on the Jetboils can be quite temperamental. I'd probably want to carry one anyway. What's great about this, again, it's really stable, particularly if you're having a pan frying. What's great about this is obviously in winter you can invert it, and it's designed to be inverted, and then you can just have your pan on there, and that'll burn the liquid, or you'll certainly get better pressure when these gas canisters are nearly empty. So that's another good option. Okay, just to summarise really, £140. It's actually quite expensive. There's always a deal to be had though, isn't there? It's well made, it's light, it's good capacity. Again, it's got all the benefits of the traditional Jetboils. It all sort of fits inside. It is lighter, it is more compact, it is equally sturdy. The main thing they've lost is this whole sort of igniter unit. But I don't think I'll miss. This will probably be my go-to setup for wild camping, I think. Just while I was here, I just thought I'd mention a couple of things that I really rate. Cedar Summit Spork, 12 grams, long handle. You can really get to the bottom of pouches. MSR coffee strainer. That's 28 grams. For 28 grams, you just save 250 grams. So for 28 grams, you can, have a real coffee.